Hi, I'm Haley, also known as Little Chicken Q on Twitch.
Yo, I'm Marcos, also known as Mojo49 on Twitch. There was a part of me that was going to say also known as Chicken on Twitch.
Also known as Other Chicken.
Other little chicken person.
Big Chicken.
Welcome to our podcast. This is
Life on Twitch.
What up, everybody, guys? This is Life on Twitch. We post every Monday on anywhere you can find podcasts.
Yes. Spotify is definitely one of them.
YouTube, Spotify, podcast casters. That's one probably.
I think a lot of people use YouTube and Spotify.
A lot of people use YouTube and Spotify. Thank you for everybody that's been listening. It's super cool to get everybody's feedback. People that we know IRL, people we know through Twitch, random people that just find our channel. It's super exciting, actually.
Dude, has anyone random found us?
Yeah. Well, there's people that because it shows me where people are listening to, and there are states and then countries where we don't know anybody and they're listening.
Shit.
So pretty cool. Let's
Thank
not
you.
fuck this up, Haley. I'm sorry. But yeah, so today we're just going to do a couple things. One of them is sort of how you balance life on Twitch, life off of Twitch, how you kind of balance what's, two lives essentially, because it definitely does start
Double
to feel
life.
like you're splitting yourself into
Two atoms.
two atoms, understanding life on Twitch and then outside of Twitch, right?
Yeah.
That's a whole thing. And then we have some game news. That's pretty much it.
Yeah. What do you want to start with the game news
Let's do
first?
the game news first.
Okay, you
always.
definitely know a little bit more, and I will spin off you.
What are the titles right there? I pulled them up for you to look at.
All right, so first one.
You can scroll up if you'd like. Oh, it's the Fortnite Apple debacle.
Yeah, it's the Fortnite Apple debacle.
Ooh, guys, I hope you guys have seen this whole thing. This is fun, right?
This is weird. This is like just a weird thing to
I
be
think
happening.
it's cool though because so this is the thing is that from a developer standpoint, not that I'm a developer or anything like that, but from what I've read is that everyone just kisses Apple's ass and goes, yes, if I want to be a part of your team on your platform, the ball's in your court, right? They've sort of monopolized that that ground, that environment, right? One of the largest app stores in the world. It is
well,
the
it's just
largest
like
app
the
store in the
largest,
world,
just
you
like
know?
multi-million, billion, probably dollar company.
Right. And Fortnite basically is busting a move on them right now.
So is it like? Okay, so let me try to get some facts straight. I'm going to ask you a question because you kind of read more of it.
Yeah.
So essentially, what is happening is Apple is suing Fortnite.
Fortnite's suing
Apple because Apple took out Fortnite from the App Store because essentially people would download Fortnite through either like their iPad or their iPhone just to have it, and then they'll purchase. A lot of people some people play mobile, but a lot of them would have it just in case of I remember it used to be like if a skin came out or like something happened, you'd buy V-Bucks, but when you purchase V-Bucks, none of it went towards Apple because it goes straight to Fortnite, but like downloading the app is free. So there's no money that went to Apple.
When you got V-Bucks on Apple on your phone, it was at a 30% surcharge, I believe, or 30% of it went directly to Apple. So Apple would take a cut from the V-Bucks that you were buying when you bought it through Apple. I'm not sure I'm pretty sure it's that Apple cost more, basically. They were charging more for the V-Bucks. And Epic essentially was like, come here and get a 20%, buy it straight through us right here on this little outlet, and you'll get a 20% discount, and it'll go to your page. So it's sort of like being like, don't give Apple the money, go buy it for cheaper, and we'll give you a discount. You give us all the money. So Apple is basically like Fortnite's way of saving 10%.
Oh shit.
So
and Apple was fucking pissed, right?
Apple immediately was like, oh, okay, cool. We're going to pull your app off. They pulled the app off. But Fortnite was preemptively, it was a preemptive strike, essentially. Like they had everything ready to attack Apple as soon as they took the platform off.
Shit.
And, whatever side is right or wrong in this one, it just kind of opens up an avenue of not letting the big boys bully
big boss
you.
Man.
The big boss man bully you.
Big pharma. I don't think that's no.
No,
that's
it's not
definitely
a thing
not
here,
big
but it's
pharma.
okay. But When you're on top, you can do whatever you want, and Fortnite kind of was like, all right, let's test the waters. I don't know. I guess I don't love the game anymore, so whatever. But
I
it's
mean,
still
like
kind of cool.
they're also making a lot of money. Fortnite is like,
Yeah.
all the kiddies still play it.
Everybody makes money, and then you just got to fight about the money that you've been making and not making because you took my this percent, blah, blah, blah.
True.
It's like, how many people are even playing on their phones? You know what I mean?
That's the thing. It's not just playing on their phones or on their iPad. A lot of people play on their iPad, but it's not even just that. I mean, the mobile, it's kind of crazy how big mobile still kind of is.
Right.
But like, you still have the app on your phone for a while.
Yeah,
to buy
that's what I was
skins
saying.
and
People
things
are like,
like
oh,
that.
there's like 8 billion downloads or whatever the number was. And I was like, yeah, but who actually plays on their phone?
Probably not a lot of people, but they still have the app on their phone, and so therefore it's like it's being used.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't matter if it's being played or not.
Yeah,
I think.
I wonder if there's ads going on those. You know what I mean? You know how some apps have ads. I haven't used the Fortnite app forever.
Absolutely do not think that they have ads, but
cool thing. I'm excited to see what happens. They're still gonna fight it out and figure out. What if there's like what if there's some sort of like suit, some sort of like compensation for if you've bought V-Bucks through Apple, you might be
we're gonna find you and slap you
refund.
37 times in the
37
face.
slaps.
37 slaps.
But anyways,
Yeah, that's weird. Did you see they added cars?
to Fortnite,
Yeah.
Cars the Fortnite, man,
Dude, so funny.
ridiculous.
The game just gets crazier and crazier, I swear.
I just want the
I'll maybe play that game again if they change the shotgun situation. That's the only thing that really bugs me. I don't really care about anything else, like the cars and shit, like whatever, screw it. But it's the shotgun. Like, if you don't have attack, like, and you don't know how to use the other shotgun, and the other shotgun's like so ridiculous on how you have to like charge it three notches to be able to hit someone.
Right.
At least, I don't know. I just think it's too complicated for a gun. It's like just do the thing.
Just do the thing.
You know. So
You're
I
right.
just like maybe if it changes again to like a regular pump or something, maybe I'll try it because I'll always love it, but it's just too much with that shotgun. I can't do it.
Right.
I think it's the stupidest thing they've ever added. I think honestly, and they've added a lot of stupid shit. Mechs. Fucking remember the mechs?
The mechs, the helicopters, planes, the swords,
The sword.
lightsabers, the sharks, all the fun things.
Yeah. Fuck.
Fortnite's fun times, huh? Well, something that is fun times is Jackbox games. Jackbox has received what it was like 10 million new users.
Really? From
In the
what?
past month,
Pandem-
month from the pandemic, or from June to July, I believe it was. The article was essentially like these type of gameplay.
This
type of gameplay where it's remote gameplay. You're playing with a bunch of your friends remotely, through the same screen essentially. Because the way, if you haven't played Jackbox yet, everybody.
One, it's very fun with friends.
Very fun with friends.
That's
It's
first.
There's like 6 Jackboxes. There's a bunch of different games, and all of them follow the same style where one person has the game, everybody logs on with that code, and then everybody can play the same game, remotely essentially. Like
It's a party game. Is essentially
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know what else to say.
Well,
It's
like
literally-
streamers would use it because the streamer could stream the game on the actual stream.
Right.
Everybody can just watch that as the game or console.
yeah.
Nobody else has to buy it.
Right.
And you can just jump on the Jackbox, type in the code, jump into their room, and play along.
Which I
as
think
long
is
as
like a super smart
one person
thing.
hosts,
So,
right?
and it's so smart. It's like I remember when we used to play here at the house, and everyone just plays on their phone and stuff like that. And we put it on the big
Right,
TV,
right.
which is originally what Jackbox was used for. Was like, oh yeah, this is the party game when you have like a get together of people or your family night,
Right.
Instead of doing board games, it's like a virtual board game, but like better, I guess, because but it's like more freedom for like your own creativity, like with Quiplash and the Drawful is fun. But it's really cool that people started doing it like on stream, and it actually was like you could buy it on Steam and stuff like that. And then
and Jackbox is giving you like streamer options.
yeah,
to,
now
like,
I was just gonna
prevent-
say that now it has like streamer options because and people have brought it to their stream, and it's actually super fun that way.
We haven't done Jackbox for a while,
I know.
at least like a month.
Yeah. That was a really fun game. I remember when we had just a lot of our friends in there playing, like our IRL friends, and then our IRL friends would meet some of our streaming friends. That was a lot of fun. A lot of screaming. Isaac would just be like, Haley's the alien! Haley's the fucking alien! Over and over. I swear.
Yeah.
He's gonna... Isaac, if you're listening to this, I was alien one time.
It was me once.
Once. Never again.
But yeah, I mean, where do you think the future of that of games like that, are at? Do you think Jackbox is gonna keep that?
They've made Fall Guys, and Fall Guys essentially is like Mario Party.
Jackbox made Fall Guys?
No, Jackbox didn't make Fall Guys, but I'm saying, I'm sorry, I kind of jumped from like A to C real fast. Not A to Z.
You mean like Fall Guys is a new game?
Is a newer game. Like I think that they've caught on to party games,
but
and
it costs $20.
What, Fall Guys?
Yeah.
So does the Jackbox stuff is pretty expensive when you get the bigger
but
packs.
only one person has to pay for it.
Yeah, but let's just say there's another person in that group that wants to do it with their stream.
It's true.
So it's just it's an optional thing. So it's like, yeah, Fall Guys, you do actually have to pay for it. I wonder in the future if it's going to change at all. But
I think it's kind of BS, honestly, because of how much I've already spent money on the game on the in-game store. I've bought, whatever.
You bought something?
I bought versions of their in-game currency, yes.
But
what? I like to look good. Okay.
You're a jelly bean.
I'm a good-looking jelly bean.
Oh my god! Is that where you got the ninja outfit?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
The ninja outfit's nice.
I do.
That's
like the
ninja.
Ninjutsu.
Ninjutsu. But yeah, I don't know. I think it's free if you have PlayStation Plus. Yeah, it's bullshit.
What?
Like some people were getting it for free. Kind of upsetting, but regardless, I mean, it's a $20 game, and it was this popular. Like they raked in a good paycheck, those motherfuckers.
Yeah, honestly, it's pretty worth it though. I think maybe it could have been like 10 or 15. Honestly, maybe not 20.
$10 game, yeah.
Because they don't because they're kind of like.
I know
like
that demo like right, like
right. Well, that's what it was, and they didn't think this many people were gonna like want to play it. And the thing is, also, is they need to make new courses, which supposedly they're coming up with like as we speak right now. But it's very like.
Right.
It kind of is capped right now, and people are like, "Oh, give us more!" Like already. So like they're probably scrambling because they didn't think it was going to take off this much. But they have.
Better work harder.
I'm all like, they have the money now to like, because so many people.
For sure, dude. It was such a popular game. And
I think they'll make more games like that because they literally. I don't know who I was talking to or who. I don't know where I heard this, but they did not think that this game was going to take off as much as it did. Or it was whoever we were talking to the other night. They were like, oh yeah, this game's probably not going to take off.
Maybe alt?
Maybe it was alt. But like, they're like, oh yeah, this game's probably not going to take off as much as they thought. And then all of a sudden it was like, they were already having like experiencing downtime issues and stuff like that because the game was like being over like done. And so I think that like they're like, oh yeah, we just wanted to create like a fun party pack game, kind of like Jackbox in a way. There's not really a lot of fun party pack games like that to play, other than like, yeah, you could play like the Mario or like Super Smash and stuff like that, or like this. But pretty much Jackbox was really the only other thing, or Mario Party, or like,
right. And the Mario Party came out and people played it and then they were over it.
Yeah, and so that's why they're like,
I wonder how long it's gonna take for people.
People are gonna make more. 100%. They're gonna make
because
more party games right now.
They totally took Battle Royale and party game, and like Mario Party essentially was a Battle Royale because you like only one person could win out of the 4 or 6 people you were with, but this is 60 people.
Yeah,
and you know what I mean. So like,
and they're all obstacle courses. There's no like. I wonder if they're gonna
super silly.
Do you think they're gonna add in any puzzle games and stuff?
Oh, maybe, yeah.
I was thinking about them. Like all of it's obstacle courses. It's all like skill, like how fast, and how like it's not even how fast, but how
there's the memory
much
game.
can you? Yeah. They have the one memory game, but the rest is agility. Like,
right.
How can you get away from everybody else, or how can you be better than everyone else?
So what do you think is like the next game, like the next silly? Because I feel like they're sort of bringing fun back into Battle Royale, where it's like, yeah, like there's a competitive side, Fortnite, Apex, Warzone, but now it's like, Fall Guys is like the silly, they are doing a Fall Guy tournament.
No fucking way.
Which
That's
is ridiculous.
So funny. Honestly, if we weren't in quarantine right now, I doubt they'd even do that.
True.
Obviously gaming has like totally picked up more since quarantine and stuff, obviously, which is pretty cool. Also kind of like, of course, like, it kind of puts you in like of course all these famous people are going to come over and start streaming because they have nothing else better to do.
People love playing together in a lobby. And Fall Guys is sort of like a
definitely think that they need to improve on making lobbies bigger, so you can
for
just
Fall Guys,
yes,
like,
100%,
yeah,
or like
custom,
private or custom lobbies, so you can
custom
just
codes for streamers.
Yeah, I 100%. I would apply for a custom code with Fall Guys and then do it with my stream. But the thing, that's the shitty thing though, is because it costs $20, a lot of people can't buy it. Like when with Fortnite was free and the only thing you had to pay for was V-Bucks, but people would still make an account, come play, and and it's free and it doesn't matter because it's all cosmetics and literally
and
Fall
if you
Guys
just made a battle pass for Fall Guys, you'd be making just amount of money.
I'm gonna be honest, people are, you see how many people in little outfits, like 100%, they're cute little jelly beans. Like I want to buy an outfit, but I'm waiting for the right one to come out. The thing is,
you want a Bengal skin?
I kind of want the ninja one, but I gotta wait for ninja to come back, which will probably be a while. But I don't know what skin I want. Maybe I want the chicken one.
If it came out with a Naruto headband, if it was a little hidden leaf village.
They would never do that, but that'd be amazing.
Yeah, you'd do it. I bet it.
Oh, I spend money immediately.
Yeah, I'm excited to see the future of that game for sure.
Yeah, I can't wait to see what obstacles that they come, like more obstacle courses they come up with. Like I said, I feel like there's going to be more than just the agility ones that they have right now. There's going to be more puzzle games for sure.
Right. So, okay, let's move on to news. This is something that, like, I don't really want to get into too much. I just saw it. I thought it was interesting. The Army and the Navy apparently had, they started a Twitch channel, and then there's a esports team for them, right?
Yeah.
And that's kind of cool, like, just them doing their thing. Everyone likes to play video games. The quarantine's fucked, like, dope, I have no problems with being like dope. I have a lot of family in the military and all of them were just gamers. So they come hand in hand, I guess,
Yeah. I mean, Milk's part of the military.
Yeah. One of our really good friends on Twitch is in the military, and he's like, quarantine sucks. We're just kind of hanging around waiting to do stuff.
Yeah.
And he plays video games. So the Army esports team, that sounds cool to me. But then there was this whole article, basically about what happened recently was people were accusing the Army of using Twitch to recruit young minds, which, okay, like I guess I get it. Like people are like, oh, like you don't recruit people to the Army, I guess, which I don't see a problem. Like we play Warzone. Like all my friends that like grew up that went to the military, they were strong gamers and like they loved Call of Duty. They loved, America's Army, Medal of Honor, all these games like that. And then they went on and joined the Army, and then they're in the Army and they're like, yeah, like I've always loved this. So I don't know. I just feel like the Army streaming isn't like recruiting people. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, like if they did start recruiting people, it's kind of like, or like tried to like go in people's streams like, hey, have you ever thought about the Army? It's like, what? Like,
Oh, no, but I mean, they're not going into people's...
But if the Army, I guess, has its own team because they're not really doing anything right now because they're kind of like... And some people are like, oh, they're the Army. Like, they should be doing something. And it's like, well, they probably do, but like they have a lot of downtime because nothing's really happening right now other than the pandemic. But like, I wouldn't say there's any problem for them joining. Like, it's just like, it doesn't even need to be like... It's just like having a team. Who cares if it's it's all Army kids?
Right.
You know what I mean? Like it doesn't matter.
Too, though, is that
they could all be bananas. I don't know.
This is one of the things that I read though. Is that people went into the channel and started like harassing them basically and asking questions about like war crimes and different problems and just being annoying in TOS, and they got banned from the Twitch channel. And then they turned around and said, "Oh, like the U.S. Army and Navy banned me from the Twitch channel. And I was asking and expressing myself. They are going against my First Amendment."
Really? Because well, that's really. It's like sure, like there's like some fucking like 18-year-old, 19, 20-year-old kid playing some fucking game. He's part of the Army. Not talking about the Army. Not trying to recruit his fucking followers. Just playing a game, and it's just a part of this team because he's there. And then it's like, oh, I'm gonna literally blow up this person's chat because I know the facts about him being in the Army. Blah blah blah. And then. Like, but I'm saying my First Amendment. Like, I think this is stupid. And sure, whatever. You have your opinion just like everyone else in this world. It's just like so dumb that they're saying that because it's like if you go into somebody else's stream and you're like, you're fucking dumb. And then you're like, banned. They're like, well, I'm just expressing my First Amendment. And it's like, your First Amendment is fucking trash. Leave.
Yeah, you're going through, you're going against the TOS terms. So what's cool about it is that the Army unbanned everybody. And they came back and said, cool, like everyone's unbanned, please come back. But now we have a new guideline and TOS terms. So I guess they've like, linked up with Twitch, and they created the TOS guidelines and all this stuff, and they're like, cool, now if anybody goes against these guidelines, now we can rightfully ban you without you guys complaining and saying that you're taking away my amendments.
Yeah.
Which is hilarious that it's kind of come this far.
It's just stupid how
just dumb.
The extent of what people do just to like do it because they have nothing else better to do. It doesn't matter if it's the military. It could be like any fucking group of people.
Right.
It could have been a flower shop group, and then they're like asking too many questions, or made them feel uncomfortable, and it's like, I'm gonna ban you. It's like, oh, my First Amendment. It's like, I don't care. It's like, you know what I mean? It's just like, it doesn't matter. It's part of the military. It's just like, if you're making someone feel uncomfortable, it's like, yeah, you should leave, and it doesn't matter your First Amendment. Like, I'm also a free person too, and like,
I can choose to not.
I could choose to not interact with you.
Yeah,
exactly.
And it's just like, I don't have to listen. And the thing is, like, I think people were saying like, oh, like, I can't post on a forum, which is like Twitch, like a Twitch chat. It's like a Twitch chat is a live chat box that goes away. It's not a forum. You know what I mean? Like, it's not like trying to post towards like Reddit or something. I don't, you know what I mean? Like, it's not like it's not a post. It's a chat room.
Yeah, exactly.
Two different things.
Dumb.
But at the end, also, the Army said something like, or someone went into their chat and was like, oh, how can someone sign up for the Army esports team? And then I guess it was laid out very clearly, like, there is no way to join the Army esports team. There is no program. If you are thinking about joining the Army to join the esports team, don't.
Yeah.
And like period. And I was like, okay, good job, Army.
He's like, they're like,
solid
stop.
Stuff. Yeah, they were just like, stop being dumb, guys.
Well, it's just like 12-year-old. I want to be on an esports team. I guess I'll do the Army one. And it's like, what?
Right. Just weird shit.
Go play outside for a bit.
Yeah, go play some basketball, buddy.
Go scruff up your knees first, and then tell me how much you want to join the Army.
Oh, the scruff knees. You ever think about like the amount of scars you have on your knees and elbows from falling as a kid?
I didn't fall a lot. I always have bruises everywhere, though.
I fell all the time.
I have like scars from weird shit. Like, I got pushed off a bed and hit a metal desk. I have a scar on my head. I got burnt with my own curling iron. Still got a scar from that. Softball. Got some scars from softball, I guess.
I got stabbed.
But I never
in the
just
butt.
like fell. I wasn't just like walking. I fell like.
Okay, some people don't have a great relationship with gravity like you do. Whatever. Fine. All right, guys, let's just transition into our next topic, our main topic, and that's balancing your IRL life with your Twitch life.
Yeah, it's very hard.
Whether you're a streamer, a viewer, it's not easy.
No, it's not. Okay. It definitely comes easier to most people or to some people, but others it just does. Like for me, it's very hard. Like even just working 4 to 5 days a week and then still trying to find the energy to stream and then live a life, like actually life.
Right.
And like just like there was never time to like watch like TV or like go see friends or even just go grab a drink before the pandemic and stuff. It was like it was difficult if I wanted to work and stream. And there's some people who work, stream, and school, which is like insane to me.
Right, that's a lot. I mean,
that's what Alex was doing for a really long time.
24/7, go.
Yeah, and I was just like, he barely slept. He said he's like, I never slept.
But then how do you like? It's also like balancing your social life, right?
Yeah, I guess that's like where it's like some people just get that social time through Twitch, depending.
In my mouth.
Ugh.
I know. I'm sorry.
I just definitely know the two-sided coin of like the only thing I take personally from this is like, okay, when I first started Twitch, I didn't take it super serious.
Right.
And then it got to a point where I was like, oh, I am going to take it serious. And then I took it really serious. And it was streaming every day. I never went out. I never saw my friends, like barely ever. I was so dedicated to my Twitch channel for about a year, like a little less than a year. It became everything.
Point it towards your mouth.
It became everything to me. It became everything to me. And it still is. And I love Twitch, and that is like what I want to do.
So let's look at the pros and cons in that. The pros and cons. The pros and cons. And that is that you dedicated, let's say the more like a year and a half, like straight streaming constantly, go.
Yeah, and then like I never went out and didn't have a social life, and I realized later I was like, oh shit, I missed out on a lot of things.
Right.
Messed up a lot of relationships,
right?
Friendships, just like didn't see anything, didn't understand.
So okay, but did you enjoy doing that? Did you enjoy grinding, or do you enjoy the community that you built?
Of course, I love everyone that I've met through that time, and I wouldn't trade it. Like, honestly, I wouldn't trade that time for anything. Like, I wouldn't go back in time and change it. I guess the only thing I would say if I went back in time and changed it is just to slightly moderate my time a little bit better. Like, kind of just balance it a little bit better. But other than that, just because of other things that happened in my real life. But Twitch life was amazing. I love the friends that I made. I love the community that I have and had and everything. It was so awesome. It was just like to know every time I turned on that computer, it was like friends were just waiting for me, and it was cool. So
do you think that trade-off was necessary? Do you think you could have done something different but still had the same results?
Like I said, I could have balanced my time just slightly better. I could have even maybe grew more without maybe streaming as much as I did if I just did extra things outside of Twitch. Like if I started making YouTube videos, if I started posting more, if I made like other things, like pretty much what Harris Heller said, which is having...
Harris Heller is the stream doctor.
Yeah, and he's amazing.
Gaming. He knows his shit.
Yeah, and the thing is, he is 100% correct. If I just posted on other socials other than, or just like, and then just do Twitch...
I think what he says is more reachable, right? Or what is it?
I mean, yeah, it's just like reaching out to more than just one platform.
Other platforms that have a more, I can't think of the word, but that has like an algorithm that can like find you.
Yeah, so like TikTok.
Yeah.
You could have made your first video and you just blew up.
Yeah.
Sometimes on Instagram is the same thing. There's like a For You page kind of on Instagram as well. Filter stuff. If you like if you hashtag things, Twitter's kind of the same. Sometimes randomly your tweet will just blow up. That's all like at random. Twitch is not so at random because the randomness has to come from other people. I mean, I guess the randomness comes from other people too, and on like Instagram and Twitter and all that. But like when you're in the low numbers, it's like kind of hard to see. I don't know. It's a little bit more randomized when it's on other platforms.
It's easier to be found on other platforms.
100%.
Versus Twitch, just because of the way Twitch is.
So I think if I were to look back on that time, I could have spent less time that I was dedicated to it.
To streaming.
Yeah. So instead of doing it 7 days a week constantly, I could have maybe went to like 4 to 5 days a week, but also posting on other platforms. And I feel like I maybe would have grown even more than I did actually, because I just never did that. You know? And that's the only thing I could say I could take away from that is I wish that I could go back and do that, but I would never go back and say like I wish I barely streamed or I didn't meet the people that I meet. Like,
no, yeah, I guess,
that was truly some really fucking fun time. I'll never forget a lot of those times on stream. Like,
I guess what I mean is like, what advice do you have for someone streaming who is ready to give up all of their time for streaming?
I would say don't give up your entire life for streaming. Don't. And like if other people don't agree with me, it's like, oh, this is something I want to do forever. This is what I want to be my career. Great. Same here. And there's people that have thought that way and now they're famous too. But the one thing that I could say to people is exactly what I just said. Dedicate yourself like it is a job. Start off with 3 to 4 days a week. That's what I think. Start off with 3 to 4 days a week and doing your outside time, still seeing your friends if you hang out with your friends like regularly, spending time with like family or like doing outside activities that you would usually do like in real life other than streaming or like school, your actual job. Do those things. Work your streaming around that because you can stream whenever. People are up all over the world all the time. Like, it'll be the complete opposite time, and like for me it's middle of the night and it's like morning in like Germany or like, you know, and like those people can still find you and it doesn't matter just because like, and they could speak English, whatever. Like, I mean, that's kind of how we found Coda. It's in the middle of the night for us, it's early morning for her, like, right. And the thing, because she lives in Germany, and the thing is like you can't just give up your first life, you know, like this is, you know, this is your real life. And I'm not saying that Twitch isn't real, but it is like an extra it's an extra. It's
Right,
like being
like-
part of a sports team. It's like they don't train 7 days a week.
No, I mean, yeah, okay.
I mean, some people could, but like
Right.
you don't have
I guess
to
too,
practice.
like if you're a viewer as well, like you don't just 7 days a week look at your phone or screen and watch. You have to balance. You have to go back and forth. No, I get that, and I think a good takeaway is if you treat Twitch like a job, where you have to show up, but you also have to clock out.
Exactly.
And
And
you
it's
give
like if you
yourself
have
the
2
time.
jobs, like
Right.
if you have 2 jobs, you work around the schedule for both of those jobs. So if you already have an existing job at a restaurant, at a store, whatever, if you already have an existing job, I don't think you should quit your job at all. Like, I guess, like for me, I did quit my job only because I had the luxury of being able to do that at the time.
Right. We were able. I was like, you should quit your job and do this full time.
Yeah.
And we made it work, but obviously not everybody has that situation.
Right.
But
Don't think that like you're gonna quit your job and then
I
like
guess that's what I mean too. Is like,
stream and you're gonna make all this money. Like,
right. Well, it's like, and that's what I mean. Like, if you treat it like a job where, like, excuse me, if you have a day off, yeah, cool. Today's my day to stream. It's not like, oh, I'm going to stream for 16 hours of that day. It's like, oh, I'm going to stream for 7 hours from 2 to 9 or from 3 to 10, which means I can go out to breakfast with some friends. I can go out to brunch with some friends.
Right.
Or I can get a drink after I get off a stream with some friends. Like, you could like figure out a way
to balance that. It's also like, this is what, honestly, we should probably ask Alex if he wants to come talk, because this was something that I feel like, because he was also posting a lot on YouTube and other sites. He was posting on TikTok. He's posting like on a bunch of Twitter, Instagram, everything. He was posting on a bunch of different things and still streaming for about 8 to whatever, how many hours, and still going to school and still working at the same time. And he tried to see friends, I think, and every once in a while. I don't know how much he like hung out with friends and stuff like that beforehand. Like, I really don't. All I know is like how much work he put into it. But it was also posting on all these different platforms. Like, if you do want to take a day, like I'm going to stream for like about amount of a job, like 6 to 8 hours. If you get up earlier and you got like 4 to 5 hours to kill, 3 hours, even 3 hours to kill, edit a video, make a video, do a post on, a social media site, just do like a little clip or something, find a clip that you liked, just do something that could even help your stream. Or like what you said, go out. Like sometimes I'd go hang out with like the girls before I came home and streamed. You know what I mean? Or like whatever.
Totally
like
get that, yeah. I also think about this. I saw a YouTube video of somebody. I forget exactly who it was, but they were like, "Hey, like, I made it to 100,000 followers. I made it to partner. I made it to this. I made it to that. My career is Twitch. I make enough money to make a living and enjoy my life on Twitch." But for the past like 4 years, I haven't seen family, friends, this, that. Like, I have dedicated my life to this, and it was incredibly lonely every time you got off of Twitch.
Yeah.
And so it's like the other side of it, right? The opposite side of it is like, is that what it takes?
I just don't think that it has to go to that extent. Just because maybe I've seen that side, and it does like hurt later on when you look at it. And my life became mostly Twitch, and it's like I made these incredible friends that I love with all my heart. Even though some of them I've never even met, like person to person, face to face, but I know I can call them some of my closest friends. And even just meeting them, like, and because of the closeness, I was able to meet some friends, which was awesome. But like, there does come like a loneliness for me. It does come like you kind of like take a step back after everything turns off, and you're like, oh, like I'm in this world now. What have I even done to contribute to this world that I'm in? Like the real world, like as in like, I haven't seen my family. I haven't seen my friends. I haven't even just eaten today. Like, I know that sounds pretty extreme, but I didn't like clean my room. I didn't even do anything. Everything is done through this virtual world. You just really need to take the time to realize and separate the two, and also combine the two. Like you said, there is a balance, and 100%. And that's the only thing I could say to my former self back in the day was understanding that, because it can hinder a lot of your regular life. It can hinder a lot of relationships. It can hinder a lot of that stuff.
Right. I think a good thing is too is like, now that you know that you're going to have less time on stream and less time in your IRL, less time here, you don't have a lot of time. You spread yourself thin. I think the takeaway is do spread yourself thin. Do allocate proper time for each. Ooh, I hit the mic. Allocate proper time for each category. But then that being said, now you know that you don't have time to waste while you're doing those things.
Yeah.
When you're actually doing those things, do them to the fullest. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. When you're streaming, stream to the fullest. Game, interact, chat. You only have 6 hours now, not 10, 12 hours. Viewers come, know that like I'm only going to stream this much time. So, if you guys want to catch me.
Yeah, have a schedule.
Have a schedule, exactly. And then when you're not streaming, you're not just sitting around waiting to stream. You're putting your priorities together and being like, I'm going to do a YouTube video. I'm going to do a TikTok. I'm going to clean. I'm going to do my chores. I got
to go to work. Got to go see my friends. Yeah.
Work, right? Put time aside to go see your friends and be like, cool, I'm going to do that time. And that way there's a constant balance and you feel it within yourself.
Right.
And you can feel that you're fulfilling every single aspect of your life, at the fullest that you can.
And sometimes you just need like a break. Like sometimes like doing this, like however many days in a row, that was another thing that was really hard for me is I would do it so many days and I would almost get to the point of irritating, like just this feeling of irritation that I'd get during stream or if before I got on stream, but I still knew I had to stream. It was almost like this is my obligation, so I need to do it. But I was like irritated and it was like, wow, I just haven't like taken a couple days off. And I just like haven't just taken like time to just like, just like, because it gets a lot. And like a lot of people just, how he said before, a lot of outside perspective is like, you're just sitting at a desk playing video games with friends all day. It's like, no, it's a little bit more than that, depending on how you take your stream, how serious you're taking your streaming.
Well, you're hosting,
and I was taking it serious. So it's just like, it does get draining. And like if you need mental breaks, take the mental break, take a couple days off, take a breather. Like, don't feel bad to your viewers or to like your streaming. A couple days isn't going to ruin your career. A couple days is never, it's just like you just need it. You really
1 day,
do.
2 days, it's not a big
and
deal.
don't feel guilty because I felt guilty because I was like starting Naruto and I just was like not feeling it, but I didn't want to come on and just give this half-assed. And I feel like recently I kind of have been and I don't like it and I need to I think it's just because the game situation's a little tricky right now for me. Like feeling like I don't have a game to play that I really enjoy. I think that's where I'm at. But there was like a point where I was like, I'm not here for my fullest, and I feel like that's not fair to see some of my friends or like see viewers and they have to see me like that, just like irritated and just like angry. It seems like, and it's just like, no, I'm just stuck, And that's how like I'm in that position personally. But if you can avoid those things, like definitely do that.
Right. That's really just trying to find different games to play, different content. And it's also like whatever content you value, whatever content you give value. Like some people, like Brett, I think he had like 100 people watching him yesterday, and he was playing Donkey Kong.
Yeah, but he loves to play Donkey Kong. Right?
No, I know. I'm just saying, like, it doesn't matter what game you decide to do. It's about you loving to play it.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I don't care.
Well, I just know sometimes you've been like, oh, well, if I'm not playing like a competitive game, like why am I streaming a game or something like that? Like,
I think that was like maybe older view, unless I said that recently. But I don't think if you heard me say that recently, I think you may have took it the wrong way. I feel like. For me, I want to be able to, I would play games that I really didn't really want to play nor enjoy, but because people wanted me to play it, I was like, fuck, I'll just play it, Yeah. And like now it's like, no, if I feel like playing this game, I'll play this game. But right now there's no game that I feel like me as a person wants to play. Like, right.
Well, you should, I mean, like, I don't know. I always recommend like look up an indie game and try to beat it, cause you can't, cause you suck. No, I don't know. I just like, I just like beating, random games every now and then. But like, I've always played story games growing up, So that's why I want to play Red Dead Redemption. I want to play UFC 4 right now. Like I want to play those things on Xbox and stuff like that. So I need to, figure out a way to stream it. I've been playing Batman, so. Yeah,
you seem like you have a good time playing Batman.
It's a good story. I like playing story games. It's fun. It's fun grinding those things. So, yeah. But, yeah, there's some takeaways from tonight. That was good.
Yeah.
I think that was good. I think there's definitely everyone needs to learn to balance.
I keep itching my leg.
Stop itching your leg.
I have so many bug bites. It's so bad.
All right. Well, I'm Marcos, also known as Mojo49 on Twitch.
And I'm Haley, also known as Little Chicken Cute on Twitch.
So if you catch us on our podcast live on Twitch or live on Twitch, we stream every single week. Check us out multiple days a week. We'll be there. Yeah. Till then.
Till then.
Boy.
Tally ho.
Tally-o.
Tally, you're a hoe.
Kage.
You're gonna call me a hoe? Better put Kage in front of it. Believe it.